So far, we've seen two snapshots from Jesus' life and ministry. Each one brings out more of his character and helps us to understand better who he is and what he came to do. I like the fact that #Do You Know Him brings together two streams of Christian endeavour, discipleship and evangelism. We're called by God to bear witness to him, gently telling the good news of Jesus to all who would listen, both by our actions and our words, but doing so in the humility that we are still learners too. We haven't got it all so down pat that we have nothing left to learn. No, instead, the mission of #Do You Know Him is that we would all know Jesus more, and that more would know Jesus. It brings together our own learning and our passion to share Jesus with those around us, the same Jesus that we're finding out about ourselves. So what is it that we found out about Jesus? Well, 2 weeks ago, we looked at Jesus standing up in a small boat in the middle of a storm. And it told us something about Jesus. It told us that he was a real person, that he got tired, that he had to sleep, and so on. But we also discover that he's more than that. The disciples who had been in fear of their lives in a storm are described as terrified when they see that even the wind and the waves obey him. When we meet with Jesus, we have perhaps an unexpected meeting with the living God. And so Jesus is really human, but really God as well. And then last week, we looked at the way that Jesus, the only person with a perfect relationship with God, has come to restore our relationship with God too. The scene on the mountain is this wondrous glimpse of the moment when Jesus is transformed or transfigured before a few of his disciples' eyes. As we read this in the Bible, we get this glimpse second-hand, just hearing the account of Peter, James and John to what happened on that day. But against all odds, it's as we look at these things for ourselves that God, by his Holy Spirit, is ready and waiting to speak into our lives. And so on our journey with Jesus, he helps us to understand for ourselves who he is and the restoration he wants to bring to our relationship with our Father in heaven. And so as we learn more about Jesus, we also get the chance to meet with him for ourselves. Learning and good news shared together. Jesus brings us to a place and opportunity not just to learn about him, but to walk with God in our lives. And it's that relationship that we'll be thinking more about today.